Good morning traders, it's Peter Thompson, senior mentor of 1 Billion Signals, sponsored by Merit Forex. New week, new opportunities. Last week I got very good profits and really hope you made something solid, as this week is going to be a little bit slower than the previous one. We have very important events, but for sure not like the last week. Existing home sales. Today we start the week with 2 p.m. GMT time for US. Let's see what's going to happen. I wouldn't consider that a super volatile event. Tuesday is a little bit different. Composite PMI, manufacturing PMI, and services PMI for UK GBP, 8:30 in the morning GMT, 8:45, 15 minutes later. Bank of England, Governor Bailey is going to give a speech, and on Tuesday we're going to finish the day talking about the economic calendar, 2 p.m. with new home sales for US. Wednesday we start with very early event, interest rate decision in New Zealand. Pretty solid, definitely event for the currency, for the New Zealand dollar, but it's too early in the morning. And crude oil inventories 2:30 p.m. Thursday, core durable goods orders, and of course GDP for US and initial jobless claims. Probably the interest rate, the PMIs in UK and the jobless claims are the most volatile events this week. Friday we have nothing. Take a break probably. Let's see. So what do we have on the chart? Euro US dollar made a, I would say, definitely slight decline, considering this upward movement, 650 pips with 150 200 pips drop. We can definitely consider as correction. I'm gonna remove all of these lines, not all of them but most of them, as I want to make my chart a little bit more clear. I'm gonna put this new support level 1.1147, this level. And as you can see, we have a very strong resistance tested here, 1.1211 here tested, and almost here. It's not pretty clear, I know. That's why exactly I'm always saying Euro US dollar is very unpredictable currently. I wouldn't touch it at all. But these are my levels, and I'm gonna keep my levels until I see them broken. GBP US. You know my opinion about GBP. I think we're gonna have much further drop. If you call this drop, I personally did 1.26 breakout, reversal from the 1.26 drop. We talk about 250 pips, which is quite big for the forex market, considering the current volatility is not so big. But anyway, 250 pips is very nice profit. Right now, slight correction, as you can see. Since the morning we can see the price continue goes to the downside in order to test 1.2263, but I want to see slight correction, then we can have another short trade of the Great British Pound, US and Great British Pound related currency pairs in general. So this is it for the GBP. Really depends what's gonna happen on Tuesday. These PMI reports are very important for the UK economy. I personally expect to see red numbers, as we've been seeing red numbers only since the last 2-3 weeks about the UK economy. But it's gonna be pretty interesting how it's gonna be. It's gonna be released. What kind of numbers? Red, green. Let's see. Australian US dollar. We talked about the V-shaped recovery, about the Australian dollar from here. As you can see, tested 0.7031. A very strong resistance. Right now we have boundary 0.6931 and 0.68 round number, a very strong round number. As you can see, bounced back once and twice. Right now is bouncing back out of this support level, 0.68, crucial level to be broken. If we see this 0.68, very big round number with support tested here and here, we definitely can see further drop to the downside of the Australian. For now, it's pretty like fragile, I would say. Pretty fragile situation about the Australian dollar, because this support, it seems like it's gonna hold the price, but let's see what's gonna happen in the upcoming days. Otherwise, we can see something similar like this: bounce back, breakout, continuation to the downside, bounce back, breakout, continuation. So it's very crucial to see how the price is gonna react around this level. New Zealand US, kind of similar but not the same, because it didn't finish the V-shaped recovery. So definitely we can see if the Australian dollar decides to go up, if the major decides to go up, we definitely can see New Zealand US a little bit faster, a little bit more volatile. But compared to the Australian dollar, we can see the New Zealand dollar going up faster than the Australian dollar because it didn't recover and we have a lot of room to grow. Other case scenario, 0.6378 could be broken, and we can see very strong drop to the downside. New Zealand is weaker than the Australian dollar obviously right now, and it's slower, so the drop could be faster if Australia and New Zealand decide to go down. USD Canadian, I'm going directly to the crude oil first. It's $40.9741. Still we are waiting to close the gap. It's trying to break out the resistance. Obviously it's still struggling to break out this resistance, but I think we're gonna see testing the resistance and closing the gap levels, $41 per barrel. Very crucial level for the crude oil, guys. Be careful if you're going to take a buy trade. It is completely buy a signal for now, but just be careful because it can bounce back very quickly, and we can see drop like this, which we talk about $6, which is not a small movement at all. So just be careful with the crude. If we see crude running for closing the gap, crude oil going up, Canadian dollar going up, USDCAD make its correction, something that I've been waiting for since the last couple of days. We got here a very big push to the downside. We are in a downtrend of the USD Canadian. Dow Jones is pumping up, still is going up, so this is pushing the US dollar in additional pressure, puts additional pressure on the US dollar. So USD Canadian, definitely we can see testing 1.8442, and this is going to be a potential trade of 170, no, 130 pips, which is not bad at all. So USD Swiss, what's going on with the USD Swiss is it's fluctuating on the top after the correction, as you can see, almost on a daily basis, up down 0.95, still holding the resistance level, very strong resistance level. Probably is going to test 0.94. As you can see, it's pretty logical price action on the USD Swiss. Dow is going to push additional pressure on the USD Swiss, on the US dollar. So this is I'm not going to be surprised if we see 0.9400 next support and round number level. USD Japanese, 106.90 current price. USD Japan, I don't like this currency pair currently, as we discussed on my previous video. It's going out of the boundaries after that getting very quickly for 2-3 days, and right now it is fluctuating around 107.88 and 106.46. So these two boundaries are crucial for the US dollar, so US Japanese dollar, because just they are very strong, and also on top of that, the Japanese is trying to push higher, USD trying to push higher, and as you can see, that's why this range has happened. So be careful when you are trading USD Japanese. I would avoid it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't trade USD Japanese for now. I want to see a little bit more, a little bit more clear direction. It's kind of similar price action like the Euro US dollar. As you can see, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. So just when I see such a market, I avoid it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, shares and likes on the social medias, comments below. Patrick, thank you very much, man. I'm really proud of you. So have fun, enjoy the week. If you have any questions, you can always get back to me. Bye bye for now.